former champion Peter Dixon, of course, winner of that last heat. Pete, great opening account for tonight.
Yeah, so far so good. We've had a 2 and a 1, so probably can't go any better than that unless we had a 1. But yeah, hopefully the last one goes good.
And of course, you're starting on grid 14 for the next one, so a wee bit of work to do.
Yeah, I think everyone's just not like settling down and just going for it and just crashing. So hopefully in the last one everyone's settled down and we sort of get to work, maybe make a few positions and it'll be a good night, I think.
Happy with the car overall?
Yeah, in that one we're just a wee bit tight, but just had to drive it a bit harder. It wasn't ideal, but I think we'll loosen it up in the next one and see how we go.
Good stuff. Now, for those that don't know at home, I'm holding in my hot little hand here 12 of 12. There's only 12 of these models made. It was your 2016-17 championship winning car, and well, you might fit in this if you tried.
Yeah, I could do. Sometimes I wish I had that car. That car's actually here tonight, so yeah, hopefully it is a good night with it.
Absolutely. Now, of course, a very special time for you getting this one, NZ, and great to have some of these models made for yourself, for your birthday, and of course for your sponsors too.
Yeah, I think all the sponsors got one just to say thanks, really, and it was quite a cool thing a mate done for me, and put them in glass cases just to, you know, you don't get one NZ every day, so you may as well make the most of it.
Now, talking about one NZ, of course, your mates at the Cowling camp are having an average sort of a night with Chris having issues, and of course you race the Pro X up north, the 17M. You're obviously pretty tight with those guys.
Yeah, I get on real good with them. Sucks for Chris tonight, you know, he's done so well and pretty much won everything this season, and he's having a shocker tonight, and you know, that's just the way it goes in New Zealand champs. You need good luck, and he hasn't had it tonight.
Oh, thank you very much for your time, Pete, and best of luck for your next heat.
Yeah, cheers, thank you.
Okay, here we got Ryan Marsden, 17C. He had a bit of a spin out there on the track. What happened?
Yeah, I just overcooked it, I guess. It was all my own doing. Went into that corner and the car was a little bit tight, and I gave it a wee stab on the throttle and it just went round and couldn't get hooked up again, so I just carried on round and hit another guy on the inside of me, unfortunately, and it took the left front out of the car, so a few bent parts, but we fixed it up now and ready to go again for the next one. It just makes life a bit harder now. If you know, it would have been good to bank some points from that far up. We were in second at the time, so well, we're not out of it yet, but it makes it a little bit more difficult. So we're off the back for the next one. So hopefully we can make some passes and get some points back.
Yeah. How are you finding those track conditions out there?
First race was really good. We were up second Super Saloon race, and there's still quite a bit of grip in it. It started to go away a little bit towards the end, but I was able to make the high line work, and we come from 7th to 3rd, I think. So first race was really good. It was looking promising. So yeah, I just overcooked it in the last one, and that's probably hurt our chances quite a bit. But it's never over till the checkered flag drops. So we'll try our best and see how we go.
Yeah. Have you learned any lessons from that spin out?
It's all very well to say I will be patient and I should have done this and I could have done this and whatnot, but when the green flag goes and you got that car in front and you're aiming for it, it's, you know, even though I've been doing this a long time, it's still quite hard to wind yourself in a wee bit and just settle it down. And I mean, I should have waited a couple of laps while the track went away a wee bit more and the car, you know, the track came back to the car a wee bit. But sometimes too, when there's a bit of grip there, you got to sort of push a wee bit hard while you can, make a few places and then shut it down, you know, and just conserve. So that was what I was thinking at the time, but it happens.
Yeah. Okay, so you wouldn't be here without your sponsors. Who would you like to thank?
Yeah, we got some awesome group of sponsors. Heartland potato chips, they're a fantastic product made locally in Geraldine where I live, just down the road. So Penrite Oil, Repco, Love Lady Race Cars, Midwest Motorsport builds our engines. Graham up in Blenheim has built an awesome engine for us this year and it's hanging in good. So and North End Motors, our business in Geraldine.
A lot of great support there. Oh well, good luck on your next race and thank you for your time.
Thanks very much.
The king of potato chips there, Ryan Marsden.
As the front row of the grid for the Suck It Up group versus the Burger King group.
Oh, look, Suck It Up. See, right in the front of Malcolm Nato's car there.
Malcolm Nato, and the car that's affectionately behind his back been nicknamed the telehandler. Just missing its mast. And of course, what I would argue is the prettiest looking Hypermac in the country. Terry Sofa.
Yeah, it is.
He's put that Camaro front on it, and boy does it look good. And this is the Burger King group versus the Suck It Up group. This is the 6th heat tonight of the 15 races we'll be doing over the next 2 nights.
So, of course, the whole shebang sponsored by Suck It Up Limited, experts in hydro excavation digging. If you wonder what they do, the name like that's not necessarily easy to tell, but hydro excavation digging is what they do. And we're about to go racing, and so's Malcolm Nartai, the Suck It Up king, off the front, and he gets the lead into turn 1. But Terry Soper's not going to give... Oh, Malcolm's gone too deep into turn 1. He's gone into the wall.
And Waddell clips him on the way through.
Just for good measure, eh? Yeah.
Wow, there's just, I don't think there was any drive up there. Malcolm, he went in beautifully, but then all of a sudden, mid-corner,
it just didn't
caught.
turn. Yeah.
That'll be a heck of a moment for him there. Of course, in the super stock, which is more accustomed, he just bounce off it and gas it. As we watch the Debbie the Webster record, he just went in hot and caught the back corner, and it's flicked the right front in. I'm just wondering if Waddell's just grazed him on the way through there. He's gone in, and you just... Yeah, it just washes out. And as soon as it got wide, front wheels are turned in. Waddell had a massive push on that too. He was fighting the handling.
So from this angle, you'll see Waddell's car come through. He's fighting it in the same way that Malcolm was on a similar line.
So he turns out of it here and then just clips it. And you actually see right at the last second his wheels catch. So he's just catching his right front wheel on the back of Malcolm now. That might mean nothing at this point. We just look at Waddell's car as he heads past us. He's definitely got some plastic damage on it, but that's easy. You just put the hairdryer on it and it molds back.
Anyway, we're back in action very shortly as the cars reform. We hadn't started hadn't completed the first lap, of course, so it's a full restart. Soper on his own off the front. Gets the green and he's away, but around the outside, the 18 of Sam Waddell takes advantage of the empty grid. Oh, and Soper gets half spun there, and he hits the 8 of Cardwell, and again, Cardwell rides over the top of him. Other cars are piled into the back of him. If this was a demolition derby, the crowd would be cheering. It's not.
Here we go. It's the replay courtesy of Debbie the Webster. We go into turn 1. Waddell goes to the outside, gets out wide, Soper's overcooked it, Cardwell collects him, nowhere to go. Cardwell goes again, he plows into the side of Cardwell.
Hayward hits him, goes past, Flynn hits him full on.
Corrin was behind there, and he collects it. Huddleston in the 444 car, I think he's gone out and collected the wall.
So let's try for a restart again, a race start again.
How many laps have we done, Tony?
Big fat 0.
Yeah, we've pretty much taken the front row out by themselves.
Yep. So 3 cars out. We haven't got a completed lap yet. Cross your fingers and your toes, folks. Let's hope this time around we can get some racing happening. Away we go, and Craig Cardwell takes advantage to zoom away up the inside. The 18 of Waddell wheel lifting as he runs the outside line with the 27 car in 3rd place at the moment. 444, Kevin Huddleston having the start of his life there. He's in 4th, and the 124 of Corrin looking pretty racy as well. 73 absolutely blitzing from the back of the field to get mid-pack and 1 straight. But we go back front side, and it's the 8 of Craig Cardwell looking pretty safe and assured. He's got about 3-4 car lengths over the 18 of Sam Waddell. The 27 car is in the mix there as well in 3rd place. Then we go back to the 444. He's just ahead of Dan Corrin in the 124, and then it all bunches up. We've got the 46 of Paddy North running alongside the 5 of Flynn. We've right in behind them, we've got the 73 of Mark Grocott, who looks like the quickest car on the track at the moment. He's boxed in, gets a little touch on the back from the 95 machine. And at the back of the field, Mick Quinn in the 23 car and the 21 of Donald Gregory, watching all this unfolding and thinking, goodness me, what's going on in front of me? Right at the very back of the field, it's the 64R car. So we'll go back front side, coming down the straight. He's opened up a good lead. Craig Cardwell tiptoeing, you'd have to say, keeping it down low, not doing anything spectacular, not putting that car anywhere that it's at risk. He's using control to get the pace and the power down. Sam Waddell washes out a little bit in turn 1 and 2 there, and he's caught up now by the 27S machine of Ingram. There's a gap back to the 444 car of Kevin Huddleston, who's just fractionally ahead of Dan Corrin in that 124. You get the impression Corrin in that Glenn's glass and aluminium machine is going to make a pass very soon. He gets alongside Huddleston, can't quite get the pass done. Huddleston making that 444 car very, very wide. Flynn in the 5 is going to take advantage of those two battling it out and run the outside line to try and get past them. Behind them, the 73 of Mark Grocott, just itching for an opening in front of him, but he can't get track position to use the advantage he's got at the moment, I think, and he's got to defend from the 46 of Paddy North. So let's go back to the front of the pack. Crossing the start-finish line now is the 8 of Cardwell, and he's got a big lead, lead of 4.5 seconds over the second place Waddell, who's just fractionally ahead of Ingram in the 27, who's come on strong. 444 Kevin Huddleston holding back 3 cars now as the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th rages between Corrin, Fluffy Grocott in the 73 car and Steve Flynn in the 5. The track starting to come to Mick Quinn now. He's finding some good grip and good pace, although the bodywork of that car is folded right in on the wheels. Not sure if it's mechanically 100%, and he's pulling the 21 of Doral Gregory through with him. So Huddleston's been passed now by the 5 of Flynn. Oh, we've got a coming together there. Quinn gets spun up and gets a car into the side of him. I think it was the 21 of Gregory. They both get going, but the 46 of Paddy North doesn't.
I have a sneaky suspicion that was Flynn putting himself around. Paddy's just spun to avoid it, so he's an innocent victim in this, no damage.
The St Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the Kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
Situated just 1.5 hours drive from Christchurch is Hanmer Springs, a small alpine village that has everything for the adventurer or for someone looking to relax. Stay a while and enjoy a bike ride through the numerous bush tracks, or relax in the famous hot pools. Take the whole family and let the kids take on the many attractions on offer. And to top off your stay, book now with Hanmer Holiday Homes, where there's a budget and accommodation to suit everyone. Call now.
As we watch them, courtesy of Debbie the Webster, replay going down in, and Quinn goes in hot, got on the brakes. In fact, yeah, Quinn's done that by himself, and Donald Gregory's had nowhere to go. So, just checking up on the 124 car, Quinn went in hot on it, and he was pretty much sideways when he got there, put himself around. Donald Gregory definitely made contact. Really interesting to watch the 23P car when he gets back on the gas. It's pogo sticking off the corner. So he gets there, you see the car release, gets back out on the track and then gasses it, and just watch the bounce it's got in it. 8 laps completed. Cardwell Jr. is the race leader.
I was going to go and have a sit down there, but they're back racing again. So Cardwell leads away, the 18 car of Sam Waddell. Bit of body damage on both of those cars. The 27 of Ingram looks pretty pristine at the moment. It's probably the only car in the entire field that hasn't had a bit of a bingle. The 444 of Kevin Huddleston returned to 4th place, but round the outside comes Flynn in the 5 machine, and he's going to try and make that outside pass work again like he did before. Quinn at the back of the field just keeps the 23 off the wall coming out of turn 4, but he's stone cold last at the moment. So 8, Craig Cardwell. He's got a car, 3 or 4 car lengths over the 18 of Waddell. Waddell's just ahead of Joe Ingram in that 27S car, who's looking pretty racy, I have to say. Flynn has got past the 444. 73 running the outside line behind Flynn as well, trying to make the same pass happen, and Dan Corrin racing with these guys too. They're swapping a bit of paint as they go through the turns. It's tight there for 4th and 5th. So white flag now as Craig Cardwell storms into turn 1 and 2. Don't think there's going to be much to stop him, but the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, that's where the action is. Flynn's running the outside line, Fluffy Grocott's up the inside, Huddleston's running back, and Corrin's trying to get a pass on him. As they come through Envirowaste turn, there's a checkered flag and race winner. 2nd place Waddell, 3rd place Ingram. Let's see what happens here. I think Fluffy Grocott just got it.
He did. It'll only be where the LS is mounted on the car, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now, we're getting back to 1980 lap times.
Yeah.
So 19.07, so only 2 seconds off the moment between Productions and Super Saloons. So you can tell, that just tells you how much that track has become pedestrian and how much it's changed. It'll be super, super hard. Cardwell taking that away. Waddell, yeah, salvage, and Ingram though keeping the car tidy. The one to watch in that race, Mark Fluffy Grocott,
Yes.
in the Brown and Syme car. He cut his way through there and was driving on form right at the end.
Again, made up some good points too. So down in the pits, everyone's favourite Speedway pin-up boy, Billy Hickey's got someone to talk to. Oh, he wants to talk to us.
Everyone's Speedway's favourite pin-up boy. What's that all about, Tony T? Now, I'm just...
Look, I saw your teenage fan club earlier in the night, Billy.
Hey
You're
now,
like, you know, they love you.
Come on.
And it's like the Beatles, like when the Beatles visit New Zealand. Billy Hickey's coming to town. All the young women of Kaiapoi are out down to the track.
So which one? If it's the Beatles, who is he? Ringo, John. Didn't work out so well for Paul. It didn't work out so well for John, though. Let's be fair.
Sorry, you wanted to say something, Billy?
I'm just down here at the Cowling car. I'll see if I can get Chris in here quickly. Now, I was just looking, you know, obviously we're looking at the pedal boxes pushed right up towards Chris's feet, and here's the man himself, Chris Cowling. Unfortunately, a lot of damage to the car here. Yeah, probably not what everyone was wanting to see for you.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I wasn't, I didn't want it either, but yeah, it's done a lot of damage. We're out for the night now, so I don't know. We'll pull it apart tonight, see if we can maybe scrap up some things tomorrow and maybe try again. But yeah, she's pretty tore up, unfortunately, and just, yeah, one of those things, not meant to be. It's part of racing. You take the good with the bad. So yeah, thank you. So yeah, we'll just get Stevie's car going tonight and concentrate on him.
That's the one, mate. Now, I just had a look at the pedal box, and your clutch and your brake is, let's just say it's on an very awkward angle. I'd imagine you went and put your foot on it. Well, there's nothing there.
Yeah, well, I went to put my foot on the brake where it normally is, and it's kind of moved over a bit. So the bumpers come through and smashed it all off its mounting points and everything. So then the rear end got broken a torsion arm on the left rear as well and smashed all the bumpers. So yeah, she's pretty beat up, but that's racing.
It is racing, mate. It's pretty hard, especially with the TAB. You're the hot favourite coming in this weekend. Of course, yourself, Waddell, your brother as well. It's really difficult. Do you think we'll see you back out tomorrow night?
Oh, look, we'll give it our best shot tomorrow. We'll pull it apart tonight, like I said. So we'll see. It's pretty bad. So hopefully we can get some parts and maybe put it together and maybe try and put together 2 heat races tomorrow night that I don't know, maybe get to us front of a Repicharge or something and get us through to the 30 laps at the end. So yeah, we'll keep trying. I don't want to give up. So I know a lot of people have put a lot of money in at the TAB. So the TAB's winning at the moment. So we're going to try and do something about that.
Might have been a collective groan from the crowd and for the people at home once they saw you parked up down at turns 1 and 2. Hey, look, it's unfortunate to see, but it's great to see you happy, and we look forward to making sure you be out here tomorrow night.
Yeah, thanks, mate. We'll keep digging. So got to keep a smile on the face. It's all part of it. So yeah, we'll keep trying.
That's the one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Cowling there. Unfortunately, not what you wanted, but best of luck.
Thank you, mate.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So that's Chris Cowling, boys. What do you reckon to that?
Yeah, a lot of damage there, and I'm intrigued to see just how beaten up the car is after the meeting.
I can't, obviously I can't show you inside the car because it's a bit too dark in there, but I can tell you that the clutch and the brake pedals are like that, and they've come forward a wee bit. And just down in here, right where this little plate is here, obviously you get lots of fluids and all that sort of stuff. So what you can see down in here, see if you can just have a look in there, Matt. See if you can get your camera down in there now. Down in here, there's a wee little sort of a bit of a battery box. You can't quite see, but all of that's been pushed up. The steering arm's been pushed up. Everything. It's all just a bit of a mess, really. So it's really unfortunate for Chris. I'll see if I can grab that torch from him. See if you can see in there. She's a hot mess in there, unfortunately. So not what you wanted to see for Chris. But we're about to go racing, so I'll hand it back to you guys.
And so at the moment, the cars are still going down the back straight there.
The
official's still on the front straight there. We have to assume that.
We've got a thumbs up there from Osborne, but I would suggest that Pitcher has not given the thumbs up.
So we'll keep an eye on Mark Osborne here as he goes past. He'll give the thumbs up. He'll say, I'm ready to race. If Mark Pitcher does as well, then we're ready to go next time round.
Yep,
there we are. You can see the thumbs up there. He's saying, yep, I'm good. I'm good to go. Stealth Chassis loves this sort of stuff. Let's go racing.
Of course, there are certain drivers that will wait till the track's dusty before they'll give you the thumbs up.
Yeah, that's right. So the clerk of the course has retired to the castle in the middle. Cars are all gridded up. They're going into turn 3. They'll come out through turn 4, hit the loud pedal, and away we go for another few laps of mayhem. At least we hope we get some laps in. Green and racing. Wake up, flag man, wave it. Okay, 9W. Mark Pitcher just has the nose in front of the 16 of Osborne. There's a car out wide there. That's the 86 of Mackay. He's gathered it back off the wall though, and he's running again. Oh, right into the back of Ewan Shearing. Oh, it's tight there. There's cars running into the back of each other all over the show. They all bunch up in turn 4, but out front, Mark Pitcher has that 9 car dialed in nicely. He's holding off the 16R Self car of Mark Osborne. There's a few car lengths back to Johnny Brown, who's being passed around the outside by Gavin Hill in the HPE 48 machine. Brown comes back at him, but Gavin's got too much horsepower as he comes out of turn 4 to take over a solid 3rd place. Ewan Shearing's got to the bit between his teeth here, and he's running the outside line to perfection. We've had a coming together in turn 1. 77, Greg Johnson's involved in that, is it? Poor old
Hayden Mackay.
Perennial whipping boy this evening, Hayden Mackay.
Yeah,
everyone's having a crack at him.
The 77 car there, just to a... You would just about start the car up and see if you could fire a flame ball up the side of the other car, wouldn't you? Johnson just went in there, got in hot, lost the back end of it. As we watched the Debbie the Webster replay, he's gone and he's clipped the back of Johnny Brown, and Hayden Mackay had already set the car in. And somehow...
everyone else avoided it, amazingly.
I know that I said that this was going to be New Zealand's most expensive demolition derby.
And there were a few people who criticised you for that assessment.
I have taken a reaming for that.
Yes. So it looks like we're going to go green this time round. Pitcher's got the lead from the 16R Stealth car. Mark Osborne, former 1NZ, multiple 1NZ, and Gavin Hill, who's made his way through to 3rd place. Let's see how they go. We're green, we're racing. Osborne goes to the outside, Pitcher keeping it very tight and central. Osborne gives him a little love tap to say, hurry up, I want to get moving here. Behind them, Gavin Hill keeping a close eye. They're side by side at the front there. Osborne, Pitcher. Osborne on the outside, Pitcher on the inside. I think Osborne's going to get the slingshot off 4. He does. He takes the 1st place. Gavin Hill will have seen that. He'll see how to get past Pitcher. He's taking the inside line, though. He's trying to push Pitcher up a bit higher. I don't think Pitcher's so comfortable up there. Gavin doesn't have the grip out of 2. He has to yield to 3rd place. Ewan Shearing's having a good run in 4th there, keeping these guys in front honest. Johnny Brown's having a good race there too in the 95B car. Here comes Hayden Mackay, that 86 machine. It's battered and bruised, but it's still got some pace, particularly at this time of the night when the track really comes to Mackay. This is where he excels. Further back, they're bunching up. The 63, the 3 of Burson can't get past him. He's trying the outside line. 14 cars in the mix there too. I beg your pardon, that's the 7 car of Emerson and the 17 of Marsden. Marsden can't get much go forward here, and Trevor Elliott right at the back of the field racing with 77. Trevor Elliott not having a good run in the heats so far. So Mark Osborne has cleared out front, following the pattern of the previous heats. The lead car seems to be able to clear out. Gavin Hill's got into 2nd place past Pitcher, and he's got a solid 2nd there. He's probably 10 more car lengths ahead of Mark Pitcher in 3rd place. Shearing under a bit of pressure from the 86 of Hayden Mackay. Mackay's trying to work out how to get past him. He's pushing Shearing up high. Shearing's got a lot of horsepower in that 69 machine. And Mackay just hasn't got the grip through the turns to really get the job done. So coming across start-finish, Mark Osborne, 8 laps now completed. He's all on his own out there. He's got the best part of a straight between him and the 2nd place car of Gavin Hill. 3rd place is Pitcher, who's holding off Shearing. Shearing gets wobbly coming out of turn 1. Almost contact there between Burson and Mackay as Mackay has to change direction, take account of Shearing. It's tight for 4th place here. Again, following the pattern of the previous heats, all the actions around 4th, 5th, 6th place. There they are, Pitcher just leading from Shearing in the 69 car. The 86 of Mackay, he's got 3NZ of Burson alongside him. Burson can't make the pass stick. Just doesn't have the grip there to really get to use the horsepower of that 3NZ machine. So 10 laps completed now. We'll be in the white zone shortly. Mark Osborne is on the front straight, picking up that white flag now, almost catching up on the back of the pack. That's how much ground he's made up. Gavin Hill hasn't even got a cross-start finish. He has now, a gap of 7.4 seconds. And then the battle. Pitchers in third at the moment. Mackay's got through to fourth. Shearing and Burson side by side in fifth and sixth. This is where the action's going to happen. Mackay makes the pass on Pitcher, tries the outside line. There's not a lot of grip there. Can he make it stick? He'll switch to the inside, coming out of fourth. A common tactic. He loves it. Hasn't worked though. Pitcher takes it.
Well, credit to Mark Osborne there. He managed to pull a 17.99 on lap 5. So
wow.
Mark's got his hot rod back. The rest of the pack starting to get, Gavin Hill pulling a 19.0, Pitcher 19.3, Mackay 19.2. Next one back, Burson pulled an 18.98. Osborne a second faster than anyone else on the track.
Amazing.
So he's found his hot rod, and hopefully for his sake, he'll be getting that car tuned for that feature tomorrow night.
I'm in the pits here with my mate Fluffy, aka Mark Rocott, 73C. Tell me about your racing. There was some mighty fine racing out there. You came fourth. Where'd you start off in that race?
I started right off the rear. I was just picking my time. I was a bit cautious watching the other cars go around and having accidents, so I thought just be patient and the car will come to the track and the track will come to the car, which it did.
How were those conditions out there for you? Were they treating you all good?
It's quite slippery, so I altered the car a wee bit, while we're going around, and they just seemed to come to the car, and I just sat there and waited patiently until I could make a move and just pick them off as I could.
And what is going to be some of your expectations for the rest of the time here?
Just have fun, really. I enjoy racing. Racing sometimes actually gets in the way because it's the socialising part afterwards that's the best part of it.
Do you think you've done enough to qualify for the feature?
I'm hoping, because in the first time we got 9th, and then we got 4th in that one, and we got one more, and then this time I'm up near the front somewhere, so I've had my 2 rears, and now we're somewhere up the front all the time, so hopefully we get there, yeah.
Well, Pits Media here, we wish you all the best. Who are some of your sponsors you'd like to thank?
Brown and Science, big thanks to them for getting the car out this year for me. JDH Fiberglass, the DS Collision and Auto Scans, and I'd like to thank my family and my crew. Without them I wouldn't be here, my wife. And I'd like to say to the boys at Cockpit, how are you boys?
Okay, well thank you very much Fluffy. Best of luck on your next races, eh?
Cheers, thanks Sam.
I found the culprit for Malcolm Natai. There you go, right there, a bent arm down in the right front down there. So that put him in the wall. Now I was just talking to him off camera earlier. They said they're supposed to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you're on pole, if the track's drivable enough. He gave a thumbs down. Yeah, they ended up going and the track was too wet. That's why he ended up hitting the wall. So that was the culprit. They've changed this. They've also changed the shock as well. So we should hopefully see him back out if he's got a heat left tonight, gents.
Big business or small business, we've got mobile solutions to give any size business an edge. Our regionally based account managers can scope your business and deliver to your evolving needs. Take control of your team's business mobiles with individual plans or shared data pools, along with solutions that offer increased control over device and data security and the flexibility to easily manage your team's mobiles and apps. Whatever your business, whatever your size, talk to your Spark customer lead or business hub today.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe dig methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV over your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
Yes, hello everyone, Sammy J coming at you from the pits again. Okay, we've got Kevin Huddleston here, number 444C. Now I understand your car's been treating you pretty well. What do you reckon about that?
I reckon it's a good car. It's a Shane McIntyre car. It's a very nice car to drive, easy to drive. One of my better cars I've ever owned.
Okay. Where are you going to be starting in your next heat?
I'm starting more to the rear of the field. I think I didn't look at the last draw, but it's to the rear. I'm just hoping I can pick up a few places.
So how do you feel about that?
Not as confident as I should have, because I've only probably done 2 meetings this season, and I haven't done much in the last 5 years of racing, so hopefully I can pick it up and drive the car clean and tidy.
Well, confidence is key. Hopefully you do keep going back up that ladder. Who are some of your sponsors you'd like to thank?
I'd like to thank Suck It Up for his sponsorship. Without Malcolm, it probably wouldn't have all happened. So yes, they're definitely a good sponsor. And I've got Repco Shirley as a sponsor too. They're pretty good. So yeah, I'd like to thank both of those. And I better thank my pit crew and my wife for all the work they put into it.
Yeah, they've been doing a fabulous job, very good job. Everyone's happy. Thank you for that, and thank you for your sponsors. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, mate.
So this is Koken Group versus Suck It Up Group. They're about to get underway on the track. Let's see what action unfolds. Mickey Quinn and the 23 cars off the front row. How's that car going to handle turn one with no one in front of him? Let's see. We're green. We're racing. The 95T car is making it hard for Quinn to find the space to make that car work. And there's plenty of dust kicked up as they go through turns 1 and 2 there. Malcolm Nartai is back out in that 19 car, determined to make amends. 33 goes in like an absolute hot rod across the grass and the ripple strip. Don't know what he was thinking. The 124 car of Dan Corrin. Sparks coming off either it or Malcolm Nartai's car. Couldn't see which, as the two of them were together. And we've got one round in turn 1.
It's the Hayward car that's gone round over there. 92 of Scott Hayward.
Boy, oh boy, was it all on for young and old in that first lap. Oh.
Yeah, you could see that Owen Dixon in the 95 car, he got off to a great start. He was able to hold Quinn down.
Yep.
As soon as Quinn got on the gas, you could see the car was trying to move across the track, and just by holding him down, he gave himself that advantage.
Malcolm Nartai, here's the replay. There's Malcolm Nartai and Dan Corrin. Corrin's car lurching all over there. A few ruts are starting to appear on the track. And there's the spin right at the back.
I have to say, this is probably, the referee, it's no secret, it's Billy Clarkson Jr. Of course, my memory serves me right, not a bad sprint car competitor in his day.
He was, he really was.
Certainly been around Speedway for a very, very long time. But his very refreshing style, but very open, very...
Yeah, he's just seeing it, he's just calls it as he sees it, which is kind of what we do, except he's so much better at it. Okay, we're green and racing again, and Owen Dixon, that 95T car, gets the jump on the 23 of Mick Quinn. Mick Quinn puts it in high and hard, and that's how the rear steer works, and that's how you make a place in a rear steer car, just like that. Malcolm Nartai watched all that unfolding from third place. He's keeping Dan Corrin behind him at the moment, but Corrin under a bit of pressure from the 1NZ car of Steve Cowling. Kane Lawson's in the mix with the 6 there as well. The 33 car is all on its lonesome at the moment. Bardsley and the 58 of Richie Taylor are battling near the back of the field. I have to say Taylor's making some good grounds forward. 94 and 92 are doing a little bit of a Hayward shuffle there near the back of the field, and there's a bit of contact on the 861 of Ricky Bolton right at the back. Anyway, as the cars barrel into turn 1 and 2, we come down the straight. Malcolm Nartai holding on to third place at the moment. Second place at the moment. What's happened to Dixon? Where's he gone? He's fallen right back into the pack. Something must have happened to him while I was watching the rest of the field there.
Just gobbled up, mate.
Yep. So out the front, it's the 23 of Mick Quinn. He's finally got the hang of how to get that car to work on this track, and boy, is it hauling at the moment. Malcolm Nartai's got plenty of horsepower, and I think he's closing on Quinn. It looks as though Corrin's in a pretty solid third place there, lifting the inside front wheel, although Kane Lawson and the 6 cars closing on him gradually, and there's a battle further back there between the 95 of Dixon, the 1, and the 58 of Richie Taylor. They all go into the same bit of track together, and inevitably one of them loses out, and it's Dixon who drops a couple of places. So I'm seeing Malcolm Nartai being a little bit quicker and closing on Mick Quinn here. We're 6 laps in, only half distance. So if the track stays like this, Malcolm's going to be nipping at Mick Quinn's heels within a couple of laps, I think. Quite a long way back to Dan Corrin in the 124 car, and he's going to have to work hard to defend against Kane Lawson. Corrin lifting that inside front wheel, Lawson all 4 wheels on the track, which is slightly quicker way around this circuit, and Lawson closing quickly. So we've got 2 battles for leads here, for the lead and for third and fourth. And Malcolm Nartai, brakes glowing on that 19 machine. I hope he hasn't cooked those brakes. Look at the inside of those wheels, absolutely glowing orange. And Mick Quinn has got to defend here very soon, I think. Corrin seems to be closing a little bit on the 19 car. I think Malcolm's just gone off the boil a little bit. I think he's just losing a little bit of brake efficiency, and that's affecting his ability to close on Quinn. 9 laps down now. 124 of Corrin is managing to hold off the 6 of Kane Lawson. The rest of the field strung out a long way back around the track. Not much bunching up in this one. So Mick Quinn, 23p. Runs a very middling line on the track. Not too low, not too high. Just keeping that rather awkward looking car absolutely on rails. And Malcolm Nartai's done his best to chase him down, but he can't close on him. White flag, 1 to go. Can't see the top 4 changing much. Top 5 even, with Steve Flynn in 5th place. Let's see how they go around the track. There's Mick Quinn coming down the back straight now, past the Value Cars Warehouse Grandstand. Malcolm Nartai, one last final effort to catch him through the turn, but he's too far back. Checkered flag, and we have a winner.
Looking at that one there, we are back into the 18-second realm, Tony. 18.2 for Mick Quinn. Looking back through, Nartai pulled in 18.5. Most of the average lap times are in the 19s, but Richie Taylor dropped into the 18s as well, as did Kane Lawson. So the guys have dialed their cars right back to, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're not going to get into 16 and 17 second laps at this point, but they're about as good as they're going to get.
Absolutely.
For the conditions. You won't see the track here at Coke and Tools Woodford Glen much harder and much slicker than that.
Although we've got another race to go, so maybe at the end of that we will.
But I guess what I say in that is that these cars, as we head back in, I think we're going to be heading across to Billy as Mick Quinn will come through to get his checkered flag.
So some great images on the pits TV there of Malcolm Nartai's car, those brakes glowing hot. But Billy's down at the weigh station. I don't know if he's put on a bit of weight or if he's got someone to talk to down there. Billy, what are you doing, man?
Oh, Tony T, look, I don't know if you can tell, I've actually stayed stagnant in my weight for the past couple of years. It's sort of fluctuated a wee bit with, coming down here and eating all the hot dogs. Now,
good on you.
Here, as you guys full well know, but for those of you that don't, all of the top 3 drivers from each heat need to come and weigh their cars to make sure they're legal. It's New Zealand title, so they need to be doing everything to make sure that it's legal. We can see the 124M of Dan Corrin coming in. Now, how they weigh these cars, it varies. It depends on the size of their engine. So, the bigger the engine in cubic inches, inches, the more the car is going to weigh. So Dan Corrin sitting there, he's going to get the thumbs up, and away he goes. That's how that works. Kane Lawson is going to come in next and do the exact same thing. So as I get methanol sprayed in my eyes, she's hot down here, guys, I tell you. Kane's going to do the exact same thing. Park up, does not have to get out of the car. So he can stay there. He's got the wait, go. Away you go. He's out of here. So he's clear. He's good. So that's how they do it. And he's going to spray me with some more methanol. I'm going to need to get out of here, guys. I'm going to start crying. I'm down here with the 9W of Mark Pitcher. Mark, currently, or previously, however it's working out, you're currently leading on the points. What?
Yeah, a bit of a surprise. Look, tonight there's a long way to go in the championship, but you got to finish every race. You need to move forward in every race, and that's all we're focusing on. And as it's turned out tonight, for a while we seem to be at the top, but that could change in the next race.
Absolutely. Now, of course, you've been doing a lot of work on the car during the off-season and during the season as well to get it to where it is now. You're having this great form in this car, but it's for sale.
Yeah, it's for sale. You know, like all vintage things, you need to keep upgrading, but it is for sale, and we're having a lot of fun with it. And we'd like to stay in the sport, but we'll just try something different.
Absolutely. Now, you say you'd like to stay in the sport. Are you gonna purchase a new car for next season?
Oh, there'll be a new car.
Oh, that's good to hear. Well, the moving company Hypermax doing a great job tonight. It's great to see you return to form, Mark. Well done.
Yeah, thanks, Billy. Appreciate it.
Hey everyone, we're down here with Dan Corrin. Sorry, mate. 124M. How's your racing been tonight?
Yeah, good. We've managed to go forward in each race. First race we only went 1, second race I think 4, and then that one I think we gained a bit more up to 3rd. So it's a good confidence boost going into tomorrow night. But yeah, we're still lacking a bit of forward drive there. So we'll keep working on it. But we're pretty happy.
Okay, well that's good. You had all your crew around here working on the car. What were they up to? What changes were they making on the car?
Yeah, so before that last heat there where we had a good run, we took a lot of stagger out of it and tweaked the rear shocks a little bit, and it was kind of on the edge. I couldn't run quite as hot as I'd like to in 1 and 2 there, so I had to back off and make sure I kept the wheels on the ground for most of the race, but we just toned it down a bit. We'd be probably about where we want to be. So yeah, my team's done an awesome job. We've just got better all night, and yeah, like I say, good confidence boost tomorrow.
Yeah, no, cool. How long have you been racing for?
Oh man, this will be my 10th season, and Saloon. I did 6 in Saloons, and that's my 4th in Supers, so be nice to finish near the pointy end tomorrow night, but there's still 2 races to go and a lot of talent out there, so it's going to be tough.
Yeah, no, you got that right. Okay, so who are some of your sponsors you would like to thank?
Yeah, definitely. Couldn't do it without Glenn's Glass and Aluminium and Vantage Windows and Doors for getting us down here. Vulcan Race Parts, do a lot of race parts for our car, mufflers and all kinds of bits and pieces. We've got 247 Hose and Fittings, Penrite Oils, Llama Race Fuel, and and I think that's about it. Oh, Aspect Construction and Build, which is on my hat. Yeah, all those guys help us out a huge amount for us to be able to even come here, so massive thanks to them, and hopefully we can pull something out of the bag tomorrow for them.
At Wholesale Tyres in Whakatane.
Need truck tyres? Wholesale tyres. Good tyres, better prices, great people.
Hi, I'm Scott Williamson and welcome to X Factor Cars. Family owned and operated with 2 locations, Invercargill and Cromwell. Specialising in everything V8 from Holden Ford, HSV, FPV, and with Southland's biggest selection of American muscle, we've got most bases covered. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Get the X Factor.
Dave Manera.
Oh, what a job they've done.
They've resurrected the 88 N car and somehow have taken what was twisted, bent and ugly, and that's the car, not the driver, they have converted that 88 car back into a raceable Super Saloon. That doesn't actually, well, from this angle, as it comes
looks
past
normal.
us, well, the back.
Oh no, it's not quite normal.
It's had some termites into the back left corner.
A little bit of plastic missing, but other than that, yeah, looks good. Looks straight anyway, which is a major achievement. I agree.
So,
Pit Crew of the Night, Dave Manera.
Yeah,
there's our nomination from Commentary Box.
credit has to be given there. And the 98 car of Scott Fraser's managed to make it out. He has had a horrible evening.
Yes, another one where the pit crew will have done well. So final race of the night, this is it. Burger King Group versus the Pits TV Group. We'll do some more tomorrow, but for now, let's see what these guys can do. Racing Ray Stewart in that 34 car gets round the outside of the 18 of Waddell. There's a bit of bumping going on, and bumping and grinding going on in the back of the mid-pack there. The 27 of Ingram, the 817 of Jackson Lovelady gets a real hurry on, and the 53 car gives him a tap for his trouble, but Jackson threads the needle through a million cars and comes out in third place. About time the young fella had some luck go his way, I think. Oh, we've got a... Was that off the wall there, the 11 of Dixon? I don't know if he just kept it off the wall or whether he bounced off the wall, but he was looking pretty bouncy there in turn one. And all the cars bunching up further back in the pack. There's not a lot of room out there at the moment, except if you're leading. If your name's Ray Stewart, you're turning 70 tomorrow, then this is a birthday present for you. You've already got the length of the straight on the 18 of Sam Waddell. The 73 of Mark Grocot's come through into third place. 817 Jackson Lovelady's looking very sharp there in fourth. We go back to Joe Ingram in the 27S. He's fighting off the 6 of Grant Flynn. Further back, the 8D of Soper from Dunedin is racing with Hitchens in the 53 car. We got one pull off there. That's the 98. Not the best of nights for him, unfortunately.
Smoke coming out of the back of 8.
Oh dear, that's not a good sign either. So Terry Soper's car there, the 8 car, starting to get a bit of smoke on. Dixon in the 11 car, trying to keep it down low and tight. Not easy in a machine that responds the way that one does. He's probably getting a face full of oil at the moment too. Behind him, we've got the 5 of Flynn. So we've got both Flynns in this particular race. Manera's stringing some good laps together. Towards the back of the field there, we've got Paddy North, the 64 of Kevin Moore, and the 76 of Paul Berg. And right at the back of the field, Kevin Huddleston, something not quite right with that 444 car. So out front we go, down the back straight, past the value cars warehouse grandstand, through Enviroways turn, goes the 34T of Ray Stewart. He's got a lead of umpteen car lengths over the 18 of Sam Waddell, who's defending from the 73 of Mark Grocott. Grocott looks a little quicker, a little more self-assured at this point. He's closing the gap on Waddell. We go back about 8 car lengths to the 817 of Jackson Lovelady. It's looking pretty safe and secure at the moment from the 27 of Joe Ingram. First of the Flynns is behind Ingram. That's the 6 car of Grant. Then we go back to the 11 of Pete Dixon, who's just ahead of the 5 of Steve Flynn. And 8D Terry Soper just going backwards now as that engine starts to starve of oil. There's a few cars at the back of the field. We won't worry too much about them because the action is all nearer the front. Not right at the front though. Ray Stewart's going past the 444 of Kevin Huddleston to put him a lap down. And Stewart on his 10th lap of the race. He's got a big lead over the 18 of Waddell, who's holding off the 73 of Mark Grocott and a good distance back to the 817 of Jackson Lovelady. So the white flag's going to come out next time round for Ray Stewart. One of the oldest drivers in the field, but definitely one of the best. This race has shown his capabilities to the max as he comes round to collect the white flag. Just one to go for Ray Stewart. That machine of his absolutely humming. Second place there at the moment, Sam Waddell in the 18. The 73 of Mark Grocott is third. He's just dropping back a little bit off Waddell. And there's a big battle on for fourth as Jackson Lovelady's tyres start to go off and cars start to pass him round the outside. So checkered's about to come out for Ray Stewart. There it is. Last race win of the night. Second place, Sam Waddell in the 18. And third, the 73 of Mark Grocott.
And we look back to the LS, and yep, we're back into the low 18s with Ray Stewart. We're 18.3 on lap 3. Of course, I've got a sneaky suspicion what we saw on the track there, certainly in the first 1, 2, 3, I don't think that's going to change. Looking further back down, I'm pretty confident I watched a car pass through the infield, at least 2 other cars. So what we see on the track, expect some result changes overnight. Also, we have heard from the pits there may have been one car that's been pinged for a technical infringement. And so tomorrow night when we roll back in here, we may have some updates. At this point, it'll be left to a bit of yelling and screaming, and it's probably a little bit concerned about cruising.
see you getting your hair there ready, Ray. Congratulations, heat winning the New Zealand champs here at Woodford Glen. That must feel good.
Yeah, excuse me. When you're off the front, you've got to win. So when you start going back, you're going to lose places, and it's not looking good for later on the night. We lost that second heat where we got put to the back, and that put us right to the back of the point. So I needed that to get back in the running again for the top 20.
You must be pretty happy with the car because, mate, you were leading by a country mile. The car was hooked up beautifully.
Okay, you never know what's behind you. And you just keep going hard at it. Going to the corner a couple of times, I thought, oh, geez, I'm going too slow here, but slow might be fast, in fact. So.
And, of course, a great early birthday present because it's a big milestone for you tomorrow.
Yeah, everyone seems to be reminding me of that. 22nd of the 2nd, 1950 when I was born, so tomorrow's my 70th.
Oh, good stuff. Well, I'm 22 on the 26th, mate. It's great to see a fellow Pisces out there doing a good job. Congratulations once again, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Yep, thanks. I hope everyone enjoys the night here. It's working out to be quite a slick track. I think it's caught quite a few out. It's a new car for us. We're still learning. I didn't know how good the other cars were behind me, so if we pulled away from them, that's nice to know.
Fantastic, and of course a great looking car, mate. How about a word for your sponsors?
Yep, Heavy Trax Hire, Vertex Lubricants, Seeker Panels and Parts from Nelson, Hypermac, so Shane McIntyre is the guy who built it. Something a bit different to most of the other cars he's built. I think it's a slick track car, so we'll wait and see tomorrow night.
Jace wants to know that if we get a cake for you tomorrow and we get 70 candles on there, will we need to sort of help you blow them out?
I think so.
We need lights.
Let's get a big fan and blow it out, eh?
Good stuff. Hey, Ray, thank you very much for your time. It's great to see you doing a good job, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Okay, cheers, man. Bye.
Awesome. All right, cheers, Ray. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps it up here from Woodford Glen for night number 1 of the we're not a Burger King Pro Dirt Series. It's the New Zealand Super Saloon Champs, proudly brought to you by Suck It Up Limited. Sammy, what did you think of tonight?
I think it's been great. Great atmosphere. It's been a really great crowd. The racing's been good too. Bit of unhappy drivers, a lot of crash bangs. So, it's a bit of a shame for some of them. I did want to go and interview them, but, not keen, but hopefully better luck next time. Overall, it's been great. I'm pretty wrapped. I've been doing a lot of interviews here today. Big step up from last week because I'd done my first live interview, so I've settled in pretty good, comfortable. I've made a lot of friends. It's just cool.
Oh, that's awesome. It's really great to see you. We're all very proud of you here at the Pits TV. Look, I thought the racing was absolutely fantastic. And I just wanted to ask you, Sam, you've obviously never, ever done this before. This must be a huge step up for you personally. I know how it feels.
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, in this job, this will be the last thing I ever thought I'd do, ever want to do. But, I'm giving it a good crack and I'm achieving, all my biggest weaknesses and fears and that. So, it's just like the driver said, just get out and smash it, see how you go. If you fail, try again and, anything's possible.
And with a man like Jace behind us, we can't go wrong, can we?
No, he's great, Jason. Cool, yeah. No, Pits Media family, great family, a lot of really good support for me here, and it's cool all round as well, all the drivers, everyone in the business,
Well, thank you so much, Sammy. We really appreciate your input, and it's great to have you on board, and it's really cool to see you getting out there and having some fun and doing it is what you love, mate. It's a great sport to be a part of. It's great to see you getting out there.
Yeah, well, it's all about the fun of it, So, yeah.
Awesome stuff. Well, from myself and a very happy Sammy J. McPherson, I'm Billy Hickey. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night for night number 2 of the Suck It Up Limited New Zealand Super Saloon Champs. See you then.